She's sort of iconic, you know. She's this sex symbol from a bygone era.
She and I were kind of renegades that way.
This real evidence.
She's beautiful and she's so sensual.
Marilyn loved San Francisco.
Monroe, not Monroe.
Growing up, I always adored her, and I just felt like a spiritual connection with her.
So I wrote an article and I started a blog about Marilyn being alive.
The internet was down, so I was reading the paper for a change. Something on the front page caught my eye. I was intrigued and had to know more.
My name is Johnny Kennedy, and I'm the coroner for San Francisco, and I'm third generation coroner. My grandfather was actually the coroner in LA County in the 60s, and he performed the autopsy on the body of Marilyn Monroe, although the way Grandpa tells it, that wasn't Marilyn. Marilyn had a mole. Grandpa left me a couple of things. He left me here. He left me this X-ray of Marilyn Monroe, and as you can see here clearly in the top, it has no date on it. He left me a copy of Marilyn Monroe's death certificate. And the reason this is important is because here on the bottom where it says any distinguishing characteristics or marks on the body, you'll see he's put none. And I've started a blog about Marilyn being alive and the possibility of maybe her death was a fake. And I've heard a lot of responses to that theory.
Do you have a business card?
Yes, in fact, I have a card here. It's got my website on it, MarilynIsAliveInSF.com.
Have you seen Marilyn Monroe?
I have not seen her yet, but I want to. I formed this group, Marilyn is Alive in SF, primarily with the intention of meeting other people who have seen her and run across her.
The first time I saw her, it was a funny story actually.
And I did a double take, so, you know, first I thought it was this little old man.
Now I just go to the park and feed the pigeons to pass the time. But that's where I saw her.
Compare stories and see where she's been and try and triangulate her location in San Francisco, find out where she lives, and maybe go to her house and say hello.
Joe DiFaggio, I work at the Castro Theater. Just concessions right now, but I'm trying to make my way up to the projection booth.
My name is Carolyn Monroe, and I'm basically retired. This is my favorite Marilyn Monroe movie. The tape always skips here because I've watched it so much.
My name is Leslie Lombardo, and I work at the Western Addition Farmers Market. And basically, I sell local organic produce, such as free-range organic cucumbers, grass-fed tomatoes, Vidalia onions, everything organic.
Well, the first time was actually at a Whitney Houston flash mob. Funny story. Well, I guess not that funny. But a lot of people dress up, and so I thought, you know, maybe it was just a reveler, but no, it was her. You know, she kind of winked at me, and she's got that very distinctive. It was Marilyn. You hear the bus. I see her all the time now on the 37. It goes through the Castro, sort of winds its way up the hill to Twin Peaks.
There was no mistaking that hair. And all of a sudden, you know, I look up, and I knew exactly who that was, and she looked right at me. We definitely had a connection.
And there she was. I knew it was her. I didn't say anything, but when our hands touched in my pigeon feed bag, I just felt something inside. It was wonderful. I know it was her.
I think she's got to live in the Castro, right? I mean, it makes sense, you know. We're her demographic, we're her fans. So if you're gonna move to San Francisco, you know, after you fake your own death, you come here to the Castro.
Why do you think she's living in North Beach?
Well, you know she got married in North Beach at the Catholic Church, 666 Filbert Street.
I brought you all together today because I'm trying to find Marilyn, and I know she's alive. I've seen
I've seen her. She
seen
her?
lives in the Western
Too.
I know
Addition.
she's alive,
Yes,
and
I
I was
see her
trying
at
to
the farmer's market all
find
the
her. She's
Oh,
somewhere
I
in
saw
this
her.
city.
She lives in the Western Addition.
Western
Oh,
Addition.
absolutely.
She's
No,
not
no,
the Western
I work at the
Addition.
farmer's
She's
market.
on the
That's here all the
37th.
time.
I wonder if she's gotten fat.
No, she
No,
actually
no,
looks
she
really
hasn't
good
aged
for
a day.
86.
She looks great.
How do you-
I see her at the farmer's market.
Yeah.
Where?
Where?
In North Beach.
She
We
doesn't
had
live
that
in
in
North
Beach.
Beach.
What?
I
You did not
told
meet
you.
her. It just
And
was
it's illegal.
You're delusional.
Why
What are you
would she-
talking about?
Why would she-
Oh, she's not dead.
I thought it was very disappointing.
I don't know who those people were. They're not talking about my Marilyn.
Do you still think she's alive?
I mean, yeah, she's alive. I'll see her on the 37 next week.
I'll see her in the park anyway. I don't need them.
Do you still think Marilyn's alive?
I don't have a clue.